Hi guys, podcaster and commentator Jemma Forte appeared on Sky News where she asked the question, if Nigel Farage is the face of Brexit and considering that the UK's exit from the EU has been a disaster, then why would anyone vote for him? And I have raised this point before. Why have the likes of farmers and fishermen and fisherwomen not challenged the former head of the Brexit Party, who spent a great deal of time meeting with them in the run-up to the referendum vote in 2016? Have a listen to this.
You know, Reform is a limited company. The other day, the Farage effect took hold. They had 40,000 people paying 25 quid to join. That's £1 million going into his limited company. So he's done well there. And if he gets voted in, will be the candidate for Clacton. And I just look forward to people going to their local MP to talk about local issues and see what he says. Because he doesn't seem to have much underpinning the dog whistles.
Yeah. He has said, hasn't he, Sasha, that if he doesn't win that seat, he'll still be part of the political foray.
He has, and I don't know that there's been a time in the last few years when Nigel Farage has actually left the political foray. I mean, he's nothing if not good at getting headlines, and I do love the idea of a kind of constituency surgery led by Nigel Farage in Clacton on Sea.
Also, the irony that Brexit's killed the Conservative Party, Cameron pandering to the right of the Tory party. Obviously, Farage was a very noisy voice around Brexit. To me, the man campaigned on Brexit, was the face of Brexit. Brexit's been a complete disaster. And now he's saying, vote for me again. I mean, I don't get it.
Yeah. Well,
so a few things to mention here. First of all, yes, this idea that Farage will be an MP and constituents would go to the surgery and raise questions, raise problems, potholes or the local hospital or something like this. Farage doesn't care about that. He's not there to represent people. He's there to boost his own image. He wants eventually, I believe, to get into the Conservative Party, to be made leader of the Conservative Party. I think that's his end goal. He's using Clacton as a stepping stone. He's not going to listen to constituents' problems. He's not going to fight their corner in Parliament. He doesn't care about them. And if you don't believe me, look at what he did when he was a member of the European Parliament. He went to one committee meeting, I believe, when it came to fishing. He wasn't there to change the EU, to improve things, or to represent his constituents. He was there to boost his own profile. The other members of the Brexit Party who were MEPs weren't there to do anything constructive. They weren't there to represent their constituents. They're there to complain and to back up Nigel Farage. So it was, in a sense, a protest party, not there to actually do anything constructive, just to complain. And Farage used the European Parliament as a massive platform. And he grandstanded, complained all the time, attacked other MEPs and the institution itself. Now, the other point that Jemma raised was, Brexit has been a disaster. Why are people voting for this cheerleader Brexit? And if you listen to what Farage has been saying, he's now moved from blaming everything on the EU to blaming everything on immigrants. When he was talking about housing, the problem is immigrants. He was talking about the roads, the problem is immigrants. So he knows that he can lie to people and he can use scapegoats. Before it was the EU, now it's foreigners or immigrants. And it will work. Even the Conservatives have moved on to that narrative. We need to bring down immigration. And unfortunately also the Labour Party is talking about reducing net migration. It's a problem. So Farage knows that he's able to convince the mainstream parties to dance to his tune. He hasn't presented a rational justification for why immigration is a problem. He just says it's a problem. And unfortunately, you have a media who don't challenge him, don't explain it, don't explain the benefits of immigration. They just regurgitate his talking points. Immigration is a problem. Okay, let's ask the Labour Party, the Conservatives, the Greens, other parties, why immigration is a problem. Or not so much why it's a problem, what you're going to do about it. So Farage is able to set the narrative. He was able to set the narrative when it came to Brexit, and now he's doing it again when it comes to this election. When in reality, the reason people are going to vote in this election is based on the cost of living crisis and the NHS. something that Farage is not talking about really. His focus, of course, is immigration. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.